what's happening? We got Dakota, what's happening, Dakota? We got Slant Daily Garage. What's happening, guys? Thanks for stopping in. I know everybody's time is valuable, and I appreciate you taking a couple minutes to stop in and check us out. Glad you're here. Here we are again back in the shop. It's Thursday night. We're going to try this. It's Thursday, seem a little less busy. If you're going to rotate, this is to spin side to side. It was tight. There you go. Now it should pan side to side. There you go. I know, like I said, with Thursdays a little less hectic. It'll give you guys some time, that guys that might want to pop in but can't because they're busy on Sunday. I know Sunday's a really busy day. So we're going to try to start doing this on Thursdays around 7:30, 8 o'clock. See, that should work better for a lot of people. And we're not stepping on any toes. As you can see the progress on last time we was here Sunday night, we started tearing this thing down. We got the turbo off, and I was just seeing how it was going to fit on the new header with the turbo set up here. I don't have the V-bands tight yet, but that'll be the passenger side set up. I was going to mark it. I got to put my holes in it for my wastegates once I get the turbos in place. We'll see exactly where they want to go. We're getting set up for that one. We're getting ready to prep. Pull the manifolds off, get ready for the other side. We figured we'd pop in here and hang out with you guys for a little bit. And it said, after grueling, and I've been really toiling with this for a long time, but thanks for some help on the transmission advice. I really appreciate it. We have settled on. We're just going to go with the 400 turbo.
Carlene says Sam.
That'll be the
Silent
best.
Daily Garage, nice.
Yeah,
Dakota.
Thank you. Yeah. Oh, Colleen. Hello, Colleen. Hello, Dakota. Hello, everyone. What's up, Shane? Yeah, your advice definitely helped me though, Shane. That's Shane Polito with Slant Daily Garage. He's really knowledgeable. If you guys have transmission problems, he's the man to see. Is it working all right?
They come up, but then they disappear.
Well, that's fine on there. Yeah, you just have to do it on the other one. That's all. But yeah, my mom decided she'd come out to help us a little bit on the camera tonight, make it a little more interesting because it's easier. I can actually do something. So we started tearing this down. I'm just gonna talk to people. Oh no, you're all right, Shane. I mean, you were a big help. Like I said, I toiled with and couldn't figure out exactly what I wanted to do, and just your advice and showing me that I could get that trans brake that allowed me to leave in second too. That'll work perfect. That's what he does. He's an engineer. He's the torque converter transmission guy. So I mean, he's guided me, and I think with his advice, with the Turbo 400 in here, with the trans brake being able to leave it first or second, now all we got to do is get everything dialed in, get this car scaled, get it run, make some power. That way we can work on getting our custom converter that we know we're going to need because. Yes, this converter is a little tight, but on the street it's been good because it doesn't jump out of the hole as hard. It doesn't blow the tires off as quick, but I am leaving a lot on the table, and I do still intend being able to drive this car daily, so that's my other thing with that. So, but Shane's been a great help. Shane helps a lot of people. He's definitely a good asset to this community. Dakota, I seen the clock you put up the other day, buddy, for you. Like I said, I came to meet you in person. Firebird's coming along awesome, buddy. It looks good. It sounds good. She's going to be a runner. I guess next thing you know, Dakota will be calling me out saying he keeps getting that car running, but he'll be ready. Hey, Dan, what's up, buddy?
I can't see them all. You're not even on
What's
my
up, Dean?
Oh, there it is. Yeah, man.
Yeah, that's awesome. Glad you love the clock. Yeah, hi, Dean. Thanks for stopping in, buddy. Like I said, we're here in the shop. Wanted to say hi to everybody. Like I said, I think Thursdays may work out a little bit better. I know we was doing them Sundays for a while, but we was doing it while UTG wasn't doing it, which wasn't as bad. But this Sunday night is such a busy night on YouTube. There's so many great channels that are live on YouTube. And I mean, honestly, when I'm not at work, my phone, I'm watching every spare minute I can. I'm watching everybody's videos, trying to keep up with everything that's going on.
Red eye.
Stay on top and watch everybody. Red Eye Patriot, what's happening? See, Red Eye Patriot knows too by doing this. If we broadcast on a Thursday night, we're not walking over our man Salty, who's live and pulls in such an audience that no one's gonna watch us because they'll be watching Salty Crackers say the Saudi Army is legion and they're everywhere.
Oh, well.
So we don't want to walk on that, and we definitely can't compete with that guy.
Why
not
you
just
just
a little
doing what it
lonely
did
auto
last
shop.
time?
What's that?
Why don't it show me the comments?
Mine
ain't.
Colleen, that D50 is coming along pretty good, man. That's gonna be a cool little project. You know, I can't wait to see that. Let me walk over. You got a technical difficulty. You're not seeing all of them. You gotta go to
No, I
live
can't
chat. There
see
you go.
now. I thought I was.
Now you gotta hit that drop down box. You got a live chat.
Oh.
Yeah, but Colleen, they got a D50 they're swapping a V8 into.
Well, that'd be nice to do.
Yeah, a little Mitsubishi Mighty Max or Dodge D50, but it's getting a V8. So that's a light platform. That should be pretty wicked. And I seen Colleen. She's under there working on it. Colleen,
Oh,
you're
that's
pretty get her
good.
hands dirty. And her
That's
and Dave
good.
gets pretty tight. It's kind of funny. I said to watch her and Damien together. It's kind of like how we are with it.
Yeah.
And it's cool that anything Damien does, Colleen's always there to support him, which is really cool.
That's
Just
good,
because
buddy.
everywhere I've gotten, it's because you've always supported me here. So even you're out here right now running the camera for us, and you help where you can on it. And like I said, I tell people all the time, you know more about cars than most guys do when it comes to most of this stuff. So that helps too.
Yeah, I was raised around them.
But other than that, yeah, Red Eye Patriot knows the salt must flow.
Yeah, I see
Yeah,
the salt
we
must
can't
flow.
compete with Salty. He's on another level, man. He draws in such a crowd. We know what we say about YouTube, but when you're just getting out, you got to get in front of the most eyeballs you can. We got some big stuff coming up here. I'm ranting and raving now, saying hi to everybody. We definitely I think the twin turbo setup on this thing is going to finally wake this thing up, and it's going to be able to do what we've been trying to build since the beginning. We're finally gathered the components together to actually start doing it. So I guess in that case too, that I was talking to Reg when he stopped in today. He's interested in the power glide for the Mustang, and he's like, well, since you're changing your hot side, I can have your old hot side, right? Probably, I don't care. But he's got everything here to do that motor. It's just all laying here. He just got to get it done. Look, we're getting everything together. Like I said, mostly we're going to work on wastegate placement here. I want to try to get my gigs where they're going to get priority. So I don't think it's probably more like
She said
consider.
thanks, Sam. Carlene did.
What is it?
She said thanks, Sam.
Who thanked me?
Carlene.
Oh, Colleen.
Colleen.
Plus, Colleen prevented me from having to walk for the whole length of the track when I had to go find Tommy that night.
Oh,
Colleen
yeah.
and Damien, Colleen rolling up in the dark. So, no, they're an awesome group. They're good people. They were pitted right beside us, you know what I mean? So, they're just really good people. So, that's all I can say. Everyone we met, Shane, everybody in Sykeston, man, that's just
How it is.
that was an amazing crowd, amazing event, but just the crowd, the people there were so good. Yeah, it's hard to explain. I mean, drag racing is a weird thing, man. Unless you're side by side with both lights lit, both bulbs lit at the top, everybody's friends, everybody's willing. People will take parts off their car and put on your car to get you.
Well, that's how it
around.
should be. That's good.
Drag racing is crazy. I mean, mostly auto sports. I mean, even when we dabbled in the roundy round racing, there was guys like that. They're like, oh, if you need that part for your car to make the next heat race, we'll take it off my car. I'm done for the night. So I mean, just automotive just brings out the best people, man.
I got my LS swap. C10.
Yeah, and
Square
burnout's
body.
fun.
That's Red Eye.
There's nothing more American than burnouts and donuts, man. That's it. That represents freedom to me. It's just, and people used to growing up all the time are like, oh, you guys are just hot rodding to show off. And I'm telling you, I'm totally happy. I could go out in the country on a back road with absolutely nobody around and just start laying stripe on the road, and you just can't help but smile ear to ear. It's just the coolest feeling in the world. And like I said, if this car does end up making too much that we can't get it to hook on an unprepped surface, that's fine because it is a street car. I'll have an amazing burnout machine. And then we want to get everything dialed in. Obviously, we're not going to be able to turn this up because this is a stock bottom end motor. So, I mean, yeah, the record is.
Amen, bro.
And that, the record for stock bottom end LS is north of 4 digits. But, you know, we plan on street driving this car. We plan on daily driving this car in the summertime. So, therefore, we're not going to get that radical. It was just really disappointing. I just wanted that last little bit to push me over to make it perform a little bit better. I knew it too. I knew when I put the turbo, because when I ordered this turbo here, I said I got in a hurry. I ordered it up. It came in the mail. Pull it off here. I know it. But I got in a hurry. You know, I ordered this turbo. It showed up in the mail. And as soon as I took it out of the box, I realized what I did. I'm like, oh man, I ordered the wrong turbo for my combination. Because, you know, really, if you're going to run a single on a 6-liter motor, you really need to have a T6 flange. The T4 is just too small of a flange to be trying to force all that exhaust out there. And I knew ultimately that it was going to get to a point where that flange couldn't flow enough for, you know, my setup to perform.
Carlene, you don't want the oil down or what?
No, we're not gonna oil down. Actually, I was looking too, not so much that I'm worried about oil down, but honestly, I'll probably end up, at least for when we come to events, I'm probably gonna put a diaper on this motor because I had one time, the first time this car ever went tens, was it 1070 or whatever, then it went, its first time in Keystone. That's when I broke the pistons in number 5 and 7. I knocked the top ringland off of both of them. And when I did that, I oiled down my back tires, and this thing was skating around at like 120 miles an hour. So I really don't want to go through that. So, like I said, anytime I plan on going at that kind of speed, I'm probably going to have a diaper to put on this motor to catch it.
An Alan Accord, or whatever his name is.
What is it?
Alan Accord, I think that's his name.
Yeah, well, you can talk louder too. Alan Accord. This is I built a truss for my Explorer 373 polypacker after yours, but I put a bracket with a 7/8 bolt where the sensor was machine flat, so I have 2 braces. Hey, that's a good idea, man. I left that sensor in there because if I want to pull speed, I was actually gonna set my Holly up to just pull rear wheel speed off of that. But no, that's a good idea, man. I'm glad that worked out for you. I'm glad we can help. You know, we really try.
Red Eye's focused on paint this year.
Yeah, I've been wanting to focus on paint, Red Eye Patriot. Honestly, I have in my mind, I would love to see this thing like a dark charcoal would be a nice color for it. Something dark enough that it stands out nice, but in the dark it's going to look black, but you know, with a little bit more. I think like a dark charcoal would look really good on here, and it would be something a little bit different. But what I was trying to show everybody before I interrupted myself like a moron, but the problem I have with this turbo, as you can see, I ordered the small .68 AR exhaust housing. That was my horsepower limitation because that just couldn't flow enough exhaust flow. My back pressure would go through the roof, so having 2 of those on this motor should alleviate that problem. Hopefully. Unless it don't, then it won't. And then I guess we'll have to go with bigger turbos. But, you know, what are you going to do? You got to learn. This is my very first turbo motor that I've had of my own. I'm learning everything as I go. I said I watched Dark Spiral Boat Metallic, yeah.
I was getting ready to read it because I just seen it.
But I seen Matt Happel posted a video today.
Matt.
On stuff, sloppy mechanic.
Dang, YouTube's just caught up.
Yeah, it does that. It lags behind sometimes. Welcome, Pat. How you doing tonight, buddy? But yeah, I was watching Matt Happel today a little bit. I seen one of his videos he posted up, and I was just thinking, you know, if it wasn't for Matt Happel at Sloppy Mechanics, I wouldn't have a Turbo LS car, honestly, because I lived in that old school thought. Now, you know, it ain't saying build the junkiest thing you can have, throw together a bunch of garbage, you know, either break all the time, be disappointed, hurt yourself, oil track down, hurt somebody else. It's not about that. But I watched him so long, I learned not to sweat them little details. Like, it's okay to learn, you know. I mean, if you knock the pistons out of a motor, these LS motors are so Lego motors, you just order 2 used pistons
Bad
off
tree.
eBay,
What's up?
slap them back in, you know, and you're back running again. And I've done that several times with this motor, and this motor's still probably the most reliable piece I own is this car. But I just learned not, because I always thought the old school way, you know, anytime you crack the motor open, you know, basically new bearings in it, new rings, new gaskets. These LS motors are just stupid, you know, and I'm not.
What's
saying
up,
that's
White
what-
Trash Motorsport? Bad tree. Bad Tree Production.
Yeah, what's up? Man,
Thanks,
Tree
Bart.
Productions. What is up, Blake? How's it going, my friend? Yeah, you know, and inspiration does come, you know, from weird places, but just to see him in them Fairmonts, just, you know, picking crusty old pistons up off the floor, slapping them in, and taking it to the dyno, and making 800 horsepower, like, maybe there's something to this, you know, maybe. And I had that long hiatus. I went for years without really a hot rod. You know, we got so much into the off-road stuff. And, you know, I've always had this love of the going fast stuff, but I got so much obsessed with the off-road stuff because the off-road stuff was kind of like the LS stuff where I could just do whatever I needed to do. And since I didn't rely on the thing to get me to work Monday morning, and I didn't rely on driving on the road, I could just, hey, I like this axle, or let's make this drive shaft. I got a piece of steel fence post, we'll make a rear drive shaft out of it, you know. Obviously, you can't do that in a high-powered street car, but, you know, he kind of taught me that, just don't worry, just do it, you know, because it's more fun to just throw something together and play with it, you know, because look how many years this car sat in the corner.
A long time, hasn't it?
Yeah, this car sat in that corner for, what, 14, 15 years.
Good long time.
With stuff piled on, yeah. And it was there every day, every time we walk in the garage, you'd look over in the corner, you know, there's a Cutlass, it was a shelf.
Yeah.
You know, it had
Right.
so much dust on it, you couldn't tell what color it was. You know, and the interior was full of everything, you know, and it was like, you know, we need to do something. You know, so we decided to drag this out and do something. And I'm glad we did because we've learned a lot, we've met a lot of good people, we're having a blast.
Max waiting on a tow truck.
Oh man, yeah, them tow truck drivers, man.
Yeah, you tow truck drivers, man.
Yeah, you know, tow truck drivers, you know, but I try to be there. Anytime I get sent out, if it's within, you know, our local area, I try to be there within 15 minutes, but, you know, sometimes you get busy. You know, it's probably one of them AAA drivers, and the problem is a lot of times.
LOL. He said LOL.
Yeah, I know he just played. You know, but no, it's true. I mean, there's been times where AAA's dispatched us. They've sent us, you know, the call over. I've called the member on the phone, like, yeah, hey, you know, AAA told us you needed a tow. And AAA, they'll be like, yeah, well, I called AAA an hour ago, and they give me a 3-hour ETA, and I'm just like, you know, we're 10 minutes down the road, and we're just getting a call, but we're right over to get you. So I mean, a lot of that weight in fairness is probably AAA more so that it just takes time for them to dispatch, because half the time they're not local. You got here in our area, we got people from Cleveland, Ohio, dispatchers calling in to send us out on call. So it happened, you know. But yeah, you gotta watch them tow truck drivers. Pat, if he gets in your car trying to keep clapping his hands so he ain't putting nothing in his pockets, you know what I mean? You know, watch them tow truck guys. And remember, tow truck guys like tips. Believe it or not, they do like tips.
Yeah.
But no,
Where they
it's
work
all
hard.
good. Like I said, we're all here. We're having fun. I'm having the time of my life. It's amazing it's taken this long, but to have a car that's this much fun. All right, Red Eye. I understand
Why
that,
so-
brother.
oh, yeah, I got
we'll be
packers.
here. We're not going anywhere. You gotta do what you gotta do. Or you'll be sleeping
Pat
in
said
the
he's been
car.
on both sides of the wheel.
Huh?
Pat's been on both sides of the wheel.
Yeah.
That's what he said.
What is it?
He's been on both sides of the wheel.
Yeah. Oh, I know Pat. He knows, huh? Yeah, and as I said, you can interact with him, talk to it. Don't matter. You're not like the hidden person behind the camera.
Yeah, I am.
But no, we're, like I
I'm
said,
the
now
hidden one.
we're just waiting on stuff. We got most of the parts gathered up to do this twin turbo thing. I started tearing it down the other night when I was talking to you guys on the last Sunday. I gotta pull a couple more things off. You know how these manifolds on this LS, they're wrapped with header wraps, so they're kind of a pain to get to. Some of them are, and then you got things like the dipstick in the way, inner fender wells, and you name it, it's probably in my way. But I think I got a couple bolts out there. Let me check real quick and see my progress. Okay, there's that bolt. There should be one right here under the header wrap somewhere.
It ain't as cold tonight as it was Sunday night.
Oh no, it's nice out tonight. It's 60 degrees out here in Pennsylvania.
It was cold Sunday, but it ain't too bad today.
No, it made 60 today. I mean, of course, we're cooling off again for the weekend. But
Oh yeah, it's only gonna be in the 30s Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah.
Tomorrow in the 50s.
Spring will be here soon. It's gonna
Monday.
be tomorrow, so.
Monday.
But I'm kinda glad, like I said, I'm glad I got talking to these guys and I decided to tear this down because I found all that moisture in my wastegate stuff.
Yeah.
That could have ruined it. Now, I just had this car running the day before I had it started up out here at Island, so.
And there's all that moisture you
Yeah,
got.
it's moisture in the air, it's the temperature, we're having these huge temperature swings there. I mean, we got one day it's 75 degrees and the next day
Yeah.
it's 35 degrees, so.
It's 35 and raining still at 3 a.m. at Pat Matt. Yeah, we're supposed to get rain tomorrow
Yeah,
and high winds.
yeah, typical, basically it's been every weekend, so it seems
Every
like-
weekend's been
yeah,
cold.
It's been the pattern we've been in that all during the week, the days gradually get warmer, and then always, it seems like Friday, the cold front comes through, and then we wake up Saturday, it's cold out again. Then we start all over and work our way back up again for the next week. But hey, like I said, spring's getting close enough now, we're almost there, it won't be long, and we'll be out here in our t-shirts and working in the shop. And then everybody will be complaining that they're hot. Which,
That's 'cause
anybody that knows me knows I never complain about it being hot because I hate it being cold, so. I could be out here to the point that I'm dying from a heat stroke, and I'm still not gonna complain about the heat.
Yep, that's the storm we got now, Pat said. The
Yeah,
storm
it's
we're
got
getting
here
tomorrow.
first,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's on its way here.
It's on its way here. Supposed to start, I think, at midnight
I
tonight.
mean, at least we didn't get that big snowstorm that they got out further east.
Oh, yeah. Glad we didn't
The
get
other
that.
end of the state, someplace they got 8 inches of snow.
Or a lot more.
And I was worried that we could've got one, cause you remember.
Northern Illinois,
Yeah,
Pat.
yeah, well, you remember, like I said there, you know, it's that time of year for our area. Just the weather's been good to us this year, but our area, usually when you get them late winter, early spring snowstorms, is usually, the nor'easter usually hammers us on the mountain here, but it's missed us this year.
It missed us.
I bet honestly, what would you say? I bet honestly, at our house, we've probably only gotten a total of 8 inches of snow.
About
all year.
that. Probably all
Yeah,
year.
from all the storms together, and that's crazy because that's usually one storm in this area.
Oh,
And
yes,
here
it's
we are,
silent.
you know, and it's almost the end of
He
the
said
end of
yes, it's
winter, and
silent.
we've gotten hardly any snow.
Okay, yes, it's silent.
Huh?
Pat said yes, it's silent.
Maybe so.
We don't want none of that S word.
Huh?
We don't need no S words.
Well, it's nice to get a little bit sometimes.
Yeah,
I mean,
but
I love to take the buggies out and play in the snow and take the tractor out.
we didn't have none to do that.
We didn't have enough snow. I mean, we've had really nothing. We've had a couple dustings, and I think the most we had at one time was what, 3 or 4 inches this year?
That's about it.
And look at last year, like, 'cause that's when we was going down to the trucker convoy. Look at them couple nights, there was snow in Hagerstown.
Yeah, and it was cold too.
Oh, I know, there was a couple nights we stayed down there that it was really cold. Then one night we went down there, like, what, the second or third night, and he told me something.
Yeah, you and Tommy.
We let the car run all night.
It was cold.
Yeah, it was very cold. Okay, there's that. I'm trying to make sure I got all the bolts on here and feel for them. There's one more bolt.
One more bolt.
They can see me, can't they, anyway?
Yeah, they can see you. I got you
Probably
up there.
Barely, they probably, but
What do you
I'm
mean,
far
barely?
away. I'm far away.
Well, I can't help you far away. We
Well,
could make
it's
it
good.
closer.
I think closer.
We could if you want me to.
No, I'm almost done with this. I got one more bolt.
You
on
didn't
this
tell me I
nail.
could move it closer.
The only, I'm not concerned. I think that passenger side's gonna fit fine, cause we got plenty of room. my problem, I'm gonna have issues, I probably got to modify that one tube over there
On the driver's side.
for the steering shaft, yeah, because these are more like just a universal cheap set of header, or turbo headers, so.
Hey, that's cheap.
And, you know, these were dirt cheap compared, they had a set for it that was like, you know, built for a G-body, and they were like four times the price. So if we gotta modify a little bit to make it work, we can live with that, we're not gonna complain about it too much, but I was pulling this manifold off, I think it's about ready to come, it is, that's the last manifold bolt, all I gotta do is pop the V-band down there on the exhaust lane, and it should be about ready to come off. Take that V-band off.
You just can't hear him. Tools, we will need to send you a big microphone.
I got mics.
You got a big one somewhere.
Well, I got that nice wireless set. Remember the other night when I was trying it wouldn't work. No one could hear me.
Oh yeah.
That's why I didn't hook it up tonight, because nobody could hear me. The microphone itself, for whatever reason, it was plugged into the phone. It was turned on when I was on the setup for the stream. The meter was moving up and down. Everything was working fine. You know, I started the stream and boom, everybody's like, we can't hear you. I heard my phone just got an alert or something. My phone.
It'll be all right.
I had to pull the plug wire. Because it's definitely sandwiched in there, guys. I'll get you for all day now, because I should have put gloves on to get the fiberglass. Alright, there's my homemade passenger side of my hot side. This is over here, Reggie wants it. I didn't even have it off yet, and he's like, well, I can have you on the hot side then, right? Alright, maybe I was gonna keep it for something else.
Maybe you are.
Maybe I'm not done turbo and stuff.
Maybe
Okay.
he ain't.
That off, that exhaust pipe could come down on it. I need to get my crossover tube out. My starter's gonna be happy with all that heat away from it. Plug wires ain't gonna be happy.
I know where the other chatters are.
What is it?
Where's the other chatters?
Yeah.
Chatters. They may be quiet.
What is it?
Maybe they're being quiet.
Who?
Well, everybody else on here.
Yeah, they're fine. It happens. Some people are just watching us be idiots. That's important.
Well, we can be idiots if we want to, I guess.
We're idiots.
Sometimes
We never
it's-
claim not to be idiots.
Sometimes it can be fun to be an idiot.
Yeah.
Maybe.
We've never claimed to be professionals or any of that.
No.
I always just say we're just a bunch of hillbillies playing with cars, that's all. You know, we have enough common sense when it comes to this stuff that we're able to have a little bit of fun with it. Make stuff work that a lot of people say can't work. Or, you know, vice versa. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, okay. Looking at that fitment on that, that's not bad. I could live with that header there, but that driver's side was gonna be tight. Let me just temporarily snug two of these bolts now, so I can hit the turbo up to see what it looks like.
No one likes a backseat mechanic.
Huh?
I have a shot of fun being an idiot, Pat said, and then Carlene says no one likes a backseat mechanic.
Backseat mechanic. No, they're good. Yeah, but here's the thing.
I'm a backseat driver.
There's a reason, you know, a guy told me one time, like said, there's a reason a person has 2 ears and 1 mouth, because you should listen first and then speak, you know what I mean? So even though you might be saying, you know, backseat mechanic, you know, I have no problem. I will listen to people, you know. I'll admit my mistakes, you know, and if I screw up, I'll be the first one to tell you, hey man, I screwed up, sorry, you know, what can we do to make sure we don't screw up like that again? And I think that's how you learn in life, you know. Sometimes you learn by making mistakes, but at the same time you can't hide from that God and pretend that you're perfect, because we all have our flaws, and like I said, everybody's born not knowing everything. You have to learn it through life, so. You know, you learn what you learn. Okay, that's what I wanted to see there. That actually looks like it's going to be pretty good. We'll see. And this will go in there. Okay. Just going to move my turbos out front here. Okay.
It's going to move them closer to the
Yeah.
For real.
And maybe we can move a little bit closer to the radiator.
Alright.
So that has to move the outlet on there to get it clear. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to co-op this housing a little bit, you know, because of the way it's set up, but it's fine. We'll probably take and crank.
Bear Rose Garage, hello there.
What's
everybody.
up, Bear Rose? Yep, I'm just taking around, talking, saying hi, hanging out with some friends. Hanging out with friends here. Just doing a little bit of a quick mock up here. I got the new turbo header in place, one of them in place. I'm gonna loosen this housing up so I can walk it a little bit better. Try to get an idea and show you guys about what I'm working with. Get this housing loosened up here. Gotta get a few more bolts maybe. I don't know, that might be it. No, I went the wrong way. Okay. A couple more, almost. Here's that. Now I'm tearing turbos apart. Alright.
Oh, why are you tearing it apart?
Well, I'm loosening up so how you can spin it.
There
So
went
I
that
can
wrench.
cross
It must like falling.
Huh?
That wrench likes to fall a lot.
Yeah, my wrench is always full. They hate me. Okay, that's per. Oh, I like that. That's gonna put there. I can drop it down there and I'll have to spin this around. Okay. One issue I can really see that I'm gonna have here. Well, it ain't gonna be an issue because I can always rotate the wastegate wherever I need it to make it work. Okay, that looks alright. We can almost live with that, I think. That's gonna hit that drain. We'll come this way till I hit it. Okay. Alright, that looks good. I mean, I just gotta keep pulling the hood line there. I'll put the outlet over here in the corner. You'll have to come out with a tight 90. I'm gonna have to cut some of this out so I can get some air in there though, because I don't want to smother that turbo up against that course.
Must be a 10 mm.
No, it's actually a 13.
That's
Go
Pat.
figure.
Then great to see
Yeah,
y'all
usually
tonight.
you're losing your 10, but they're already, all the 10s are lost already. It's a 13 I kept dropping. I get them butterfingers, you know how that goes. If you don't need it, it's always in the way. When you try to hold on to it, you keep dropping it. This is gonna be the first step, because I gotta figure out, I gotta get this in there, be able to get an air filter on it. Plus I gotta be able to figure out
How you can do all that?
an exhaust. Yeah, it'll fit. I mean, we can always, I don't wanna, I gotta do it without butchering course support too, Dad. I mean, I'm
You gotta
okay
butcher.
with cutting it a little bit, but I don't wanna butcher it completely.
You gotta cut it.
Well, I had to notch it before. This course support's been modified a couple times, so it's not like I said, I'm not completely opposed to it, so it's gonna happen.
Are you, this Carlene, are you trying not to cut a hole in keeping a real sleeper?
Well, I have a hole in the hood with a cow induction hood, but I'm trying to keep them under the hood because when you know, and I want to be able to run with a hood because that really throws the arrow off on a car when you run it without a hood. So, yeah, I'm trying to keep the turbos underneath the hood, keep everything happy and tucked out of sight. I mean, it's not like it's going to be a sleeper. You'll hear this thing whine when it rolls up. You'll hear the turbo making all the noise, so it's not like you're going to see. And it's all over the internet, so it's not like most people that's heard of us already knows what it's capable of. We're just trying not to get beat as bad by pro mods, that's all. But we'll probably still get beat by pro mod, that's fine, I have it. Here, got the bikes out.
Huh?
This is how neighbors got their bikes out.
Well, somebody's been riding up down the road all day on a quad.
Yeah, well, no, that's how I was a motorcycle.
They don't have a motorcycle, I don't think, unless you've got one.
No, I think it's the next guy now.
Oh, the other dude.
The Harley guy.
Yeah, the Harley. Yeah, he might.
Yeah, he would probably, it's a nice day, I'd have it out if I had a bike. Yeah. Okay, now see my regular exhaust gonna come off of here. Now, this will be my, and then, okay, so I'll come here on 90 it. I want to try to bring it down right under here without having to cut anything, so. I mean, honestly, probably the best thing would be take the inner fender wells out. So now they're seeing real time now, we're thinking out loud. I'll decide what I'm gonna do. I mean, that might be the thing, is take the inner fender wells out. It would give me more room for the turbos in there at least. Oh, yeah, it's always something. This seemed like a good idea on paper, but you know, this is a lot more to try to cram underneath the hood of a car. It doesn't really have a lot of real estate under here anyway. I'm gonna remove this drain so I can rotate.
I'm sure the racers you meet in Mexico don't watch our channel, LOL. Carlene.
Yeah,
Carlene.
I guess you're right.
That's Carlene. Carlene, whatever her name is.
Yeah.
If I ain't seen
Colleen
her.
makes a strong point, but I mean, this
She's
thing is
laughing.
still as rowdy as this thing sounds when it's running. I doubt it's not really much of a sleeper. The only thing that it really does, it kind of just looks like some kind of, you know, trailer park 3/4 cam. You know, I got my 350, my 3/4 race cam, you know, jumping Coke bottles. So we're trying to go for that, you know, more of that white trashy. You know, it's really looked like a piece of crap, but you know, it's actually built with decent parts. Okay, that's gonna work there if I move that overflow bottle. I mean, it's gonna get there. No, that elbow don't actually, the header itself don't actually bend at 90, but okay. That actually gonna fit pretty good there, other than getting the air filter there, but I can lower this turbo some more. It lowers on the V-band some more, so I can tilt it down. It's gonna work. It's gonna work, guys. It's gonna work. Wow.
Yeah, it might work.
Wow. Of all the tools and all the extensions, I grabbed the one extension. It's messed up and it won't hold the socket. The little spring in it's bad in this one. I had a piece of paper shoved in there. Dropping it. Let's see. Turn that elbow down a little. Okay, see, yeah. See, now I can tilt that turbo down.
Yay,
Okay.
she said.
That'll work there, actually. Just real close to radiator heads. What I'm gonna have, okay. It looks like I ain't gonna have to butcher as much of the core support, but a little bit of it's gonna have to be cut. You know what I might do, honestly, would probably be a better idea, instead of butchering the core support, would just be get some square, like 1-inch tubing, and just make my own core support. To bolt this header panel to, mount the radiator to, and have the hood latch to. Make my own, so I don't gotta cut this one up as bad.
RC Industrial.
What is
Hello, RC Industrial.
it? Yeah.
Hello, everyone.
Thanks for watching in, buddy. Thank you for stopping in. Yeah, we're in here trying to figure out our turbo placement here for our twin setup. You know, we're being live, just hanging out with our friends,
Industrial.
like we like to do. But that looks like that might work. Let me see. What do you think?
Probably
How's that
work.
look like to you?
I mean, it should work.
Yeah, but do you really know?
I don't know.
Well, that's what I mean. You gotta tell me. What do you think? Is it?
It looks like it'll work. As long as it don't mess. You said something about a radiator hose.
Oh no, I can move the rad hose. That's
You can move it.
the radiator hose is close to it, but I can even relocate it. That's not a big deal. It's just getting everything to fit the way it needs to fit. So I'm gonna get some more bolts for this turbo. I don't want to run the old ones back in it because we've seen how galled in they were, so we're not going to reuse those. I'm not going to tear up any of the cast flanges. I run junk old bolts in them.
Industrial.
I mean, I just need temporary. I got one bolt in, and I need the second bolt, and then we'll come over here. We'll show everybody what we're doing once I get this dialed in here. Because I have no gaskets in anything yet. Everything's just like I said, temporary. Oh, I need to put my turbo drain over here. So I got to get another turbo drain kit and feed kit. But that's the little stuff I was talking about. All the major stuff's already. I just need the little stuff. A turbo feed, another wastegate. And I have all the stuff for the copies of what I already have on the car. So we do that. Okay, that actually looks good there. The inner fender, but I got heat shields for these turbos too, so that's not good. Okay, this is all gonna be header wrap. And well, I got actually looks like I got better spark plug wire clearance now than I did.
Then you said that thing sticking up there, that pipe's coming out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is coming out of there.
Yeah, that's what I
that's
thought
the
you said.
exhaust. It's just in there because I haven't cut the hangers off of it yet. That's the old exhaust.
I see it moving.
Yeah, well, that's the old exhaust, that's the old
Well, ain't no problem.
No, cause I gotta jack the car up to take
Yeah.
that out. Is it come where it's
I thought
gotta
it
come
come
out
out.
the bottom, but I gotta jack the car up. So that's out of there,
That's just there
yeah,
for
pretend that's
temp.
not there.
Okay,
Cause the car's gotta come up and it'll drop out if I jack the car up.
I'll pretend it
So
ain't.
yeah, you just pretend that's not there.
Alright.
It's not, you don't see it, you know. It's not
Out
there.
of sight, out of mind.
Yeah, well, no, it's in sight, but
Mine
you gotta
out
put it
sight.
out of mine, yeah.
I'll take it out of mine. I won't
Okay,
see
and
it.
then probably, looks like my wastegates will go here and here. Okay, that'll work.
I hope I get my new glasses in a week or two.
Huh?
I hope I get new glasses in a couple weeks.
Yeah, I'm gonna put my wastegate there. Where's my wastegate? My wastegate's in here. I wanna look size wise. My wastegate's in the mountain around the elbow. Load her up. Lose all the parts. Where are the heat band? It must be on the. Where is my heat?
Hmm?
I'm talking to myself. No, this is the wastegate right here. So I'm gonna put the wastegates probably like right here. I'll put little stubs there. Yeah, that's perfect. That's good out of sight. Down pipe, I can bring it down and tie it into my one coming out the front. Okay, that's perfect. Awesome. That clears good. Actually, everything looks good there. I'll weld this to there. And then the other side will be a mirror image of this, but instead of the turbo coming out the bottom, mirror tube will have to come out the top because they're not mirror image turbos. But that'll go there. I got the hole. If I take this overflow jug out, I can make a hard 90 right in the inner core. Well, I can make a hard 90 because I gotta tie them up because I gotta wire both of these together somewhere, or see if I can just weld another outlet on the center core. It might be the way to go instead. But my wastegate's nice and dried out now, so this wastegate's got a 14-pound spring in it.
Well, at least it dried out. Got it
Yeah.
dried.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, I gotta worry about it corroding up. Okay, that actually looks really good. Let me get a light here so we can see. We can entertain it. I gotta get a light flashlight out of the car.
What? And then we're gonna show him the inside? Then we're gonna show you something, I guess, what he did? I don't know. He'll be right back. He went to get a light. Be right back, guys. I'm going to get a light. He'll be right back. Dead air time, right? I need to talk more. I don't know what to say, though. I really don't. Really, no. I said I really don't know what to say. But what are we gonna do? Show them what you did?
Oh, I'm gonna show everybody what we
We're
did.
gonna take this over there.
Yeah, I'll get it here. Let's see what's going on. Okay, that was just dumb stuff. Alright. Pat Max and he'll be right back. RC Industries is here, I see. Yeah, I had this kind of set up where we could go in closer. We needed to go in. Okay. Now we can pan down and show what we're working on here. I just brought some light to see.
Yeah.
Sorry guys if I'm making you nauseous. I'm trying to do it easy and slowly as possible here. Alright, there's my new, in the area where the new turbo is, I see. As you can see, it's in pretty close proximity to the core support. So that's where that's at. That's where it looks like it's going to be. Like I said, disregard this. That's the old down pipe. The new down pipe will come off. I said we'll probably, I don't know, probably gonna have to get the inner fenders out of here. This car has plastic inner fenders, so they're not gonna anyway, but we shouldn't have a problem with the heat. But I just wanted to show everybody there, this is kinda, the only real issue I see that's not an issue is you just gotta be tight here. This core support here is kinda close, and I'll have to figure out a way to get my air cleaners, cause I run air cleaners on this motor. Because of it being a street motor, I drive a lot on the road. I gotta figure out a way to get air cleaners. But actually, it's gonna be good because the problem I had with the last turbo is even with the air filter on it, it was drawing all of its air through the fans. Now, we could always gain a little bit. I'm sure I could shorten these tubes up if I had to. Yeah, I got about 2 inches here that could actually shorten these. I could move the turbo back a little bit if need be. See, this rotates here. All this rotates. So, I mean, there's enough adjustability to make everything.
Pat's back.
Huh?
He's back.
Oh, thanks, back. Cool. Yeah, I'm back too. But I mean, it's looking all right there. Patty said, want to see. Oh, there you go. Oh, what's up, Lars? See Lars joined in.
LP 94. He just come in.
Yep, he just popped in. What's up, buddy? Now, we're just looking at it. Like I said, we're here live. And we're kind of looking at how this is going to work out. Trying to lay out how we're going to set this turbo in here. I can bring that one up, looks like, because I need to bring the turbo higher. What I have to do is align here. Because I got a little bit of height. Remember, the hood does dome. So actually across here, if I lay something across there, I can get an idea of how far that can protrude up. It doesn't have to be that low. What do I got here to measure that with? A straight edge to lay across the top of it without being in the way. But that, everything being 3-inch tubing and everything, that's the problem. But like I said, if I had to, I'd just get some square tubing and just make a core support for the car. That way I don't have to butcher the factory portion. Okay. This piece of tubing here.
Dakota said just stick it plumb. Dakota said just stick it plumb through the
Yeah,
hood.
I could turn it 90 degrees and run it right up through the hood, but then it's not going to be much of a street car, Dakota. What the heck? You know that. That's not what we're doing here. We're trying to be a street car. You know, we're not going to be, you know, there's nothing wrong with the guys, you know, that quote, you know, call a street race car. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. But, however, we want to have an actual street car. So let's see, this piece of tubing here will give us an idea of where the hood will be. That'll be represent the base of the hood. So I can put this in here and I can brush strips to keep it from rolling. Once I set them up where I need them. And almost. So we'll get that. You see how that gives me
He was
like
just kidding.
I'm going to move the camera back now, pan out a little bit. I'm a little bit too close.
He said he was just kidding.
Oh, I know.
What are we doing, moving this?
Well, we're going to, but we got to pan zoom out and everything to do it.
I don't know what you're doing.
Yeah, I know you was just kidding. They would look cool through the hood.
Yeah, I said that.
Or I could just take the hood off and just let two turbos hang up there. It'd look like Leroy, you know. Like Cletus McFarlane, his Corvette, that Leroy. He's just got two big turbos just hanging out. You know? Yeah. And that's cool. Other than the street. Okay, so this tube, that kind of represents where the base of the hood will be. I mean, there's that, a little bit of thickness of the hood, but, you know, this hood's already cut, so if we got to cut more of this bracing out here, whatever, it's not going to break our heart. So that can let us bring that up to about there. That should pull the hood. And you notice it didn't fall all the way through.
Nope, it
Never
did not.
fails. You gotta be laying on, it is, it's laying on the engine cross, remember? Oh, well, it's good enough for now. Okay, let's just temporary this. We're just fitting this in. These guys are witnessing it all happen in real time.
Yeah.
Most guys post videos of them, you know, they post a video and they put it up, you know, of actually them working on a car. We're the idiots that are actually gonna do it as alive. But I guess when they get the time, this is about the only time I really got to get on here and interact with these guys and do stuff. And at the same time, have time to work on the car. So I guess it works out. Okay, that's about as high as I can go with that. So any more, and then I'm going to start interfering with the hood.
Yeah, I don't want that.
I mean, so we have to trim a lot of this out then.
Well, you do.
It is what it is. They made lots of cuts, so it's not cutting up a completely rare piece, you know what I mean? So there's that. I'm not gonna lose that sleep over. This car isn't stock, and it's been, you know, it's been done with long before we did anything. So it's not like I want to see with my. I'll put my turbo blanket on here real quick and just take a look. Yeah, see, that'll protect all. Okay, that'll work actually. My heater hoses now can run underneath here, so all this can be moved under the headers. Yeah, everything's gonna work out good. Actually, this is gonna work out real good, guys. Very good. I'm actually super happy with the way this is gonna work out. Let me grab a B-band flange here. I'll throw this on the back of the turbo just for a second and see
get the sauce, but that's what hot rodding's about. It's about just making stuff work. Flange stuff. I don't know, I have to trim that out a little bit. Okay, that's cool. There's your flange. Awesome. You guys are awesome. You're all awesome. Okay, now. Okay, that look there. Okay, that's perfect. Completely perfect. We'll get that out of the way there. That looks good. I mean, that really, wow. This is the same way that everybody else. This is my first time seeing it with.
Ooh,
What do you doing?
knocked you out.
Well, these turn out.
I got it. I got it.
Well, how do you do that?
Because I touched it and the camera
It
fell.
wasn't tight, did it?
Oh, it ain't tight.
You just turn it on. You just crank it just enough that it doesn't move. What are you doing? No, that don't even do that. This is the one that tilts it.
Yeah, I know it kept falling that way.
Yeah, but all this is left to right.
Oh.
That doesn't do it. It's this. You got to tighten this one to keep it from falling that way. It's this.
It fell.
Yeah, that's what you'll have to adjust it where see because it tilted way down. But yeah, it's that long one that adjusts it, not the.
Oh, wait, I didn't know which one it
That's
was.
this hand up and down. I don't know where that socket went.
JB's on there, little shop. What's going on
Yeah,
here?
JB.
Yeah. JB.
Hey, what's up, man? We're just mocking up our setup for the twins.
Mohawk. Mohawk?
Yeah.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, what's up? Thanks for popping in. Yeah, okay, here. Everybody's here, man.
I just don't know,
You
Mom.
guys are awesome, man.
JB.
Everybody's popping in to see what hillbillies are up to over here. They said this, we got this on there to represent our hood for right now, just a straight edge, and we're just trying to see how everything's gonna work. Obviously, I'm gonna have to move a lot of stuff here, I can see already, but that's fine. So, we don't wanna chop the car up too bad, but at the same time, we're not gonna lose sleep.
Dean Stevenson?
What is it?
Dean?
Dean, yeah, Dean's been on here for a while. Dean's on the OGB too, been around a long time. Okay, that's that. So we're just gonna see what we're gonna have. Like I said, we'll have to cut some stuff, that's all. This overflow reservoir can be moved, but it can go anywhere. It's not even a factor anyway. This is a Suzuki Samurai overflow reservoir. You know why? Because it was small and it fit the area. I was able to tuck it in underneath the bumper here behind the core support and hide it out of the way. And it's just been zip tied there for a couple years. Because that keeps the track happy, because they don't want nothing like that. You can't have any water or anything on the track. Not only is it mess the track up, but it could also be dangerous for the racing, so we don't want to do that. So, yeah, but this is like a world premiere what the new header setup's gonna look like, the new turbo setup on the Cutlass.
Yep.
But like I said, there's a problem, is how am I gonna get a 4-inch air cleaner in here?
That I don't know.
Yeah,
There ain't
see,
no
I
room.
can't really rotate that. I wonder if I could get a tight elbow and turn this 90 and put an air cleaner here.
Maybe.
I mean, I really don't want to run it without air filters because it just sees too much street time. I don't want to eat all that dirt. That, or you don't want to take a stone off into a turbo or something like that, so. And you don't want one of them, they make them little stubby air filters, but they don't really flow nothing. That would be a big restriction here. In the track, I take them off, but I need to at least be able to get these on here for the street, so. I mean, I can move that turbo down, so I might have to leave this top on and cut this piece out underneath it, not yet. And then I can put the air filter under there, which like I said, it's actually good because that puts my air filters in front of the radiator now and out here in the cool air.
It
So
might
I mean,
be
that's
better.
kind of a bonus. That just worked out that way. Lucky. A lucky bonus. Okay. Alright, that'll figure out. I mean, it's gonna scream. You're definitely gonna hear these turbos scream. And one or the other. I'm just adding weight. That's how I'm seeing it. I'm seeing weight. Yeah.
I just talking.
Well, you gotta watch it. See, Dean just posted some emojis and it asked if they wanted to block them or allow them. Of course allow them. It wasn't nothing offensive. LMY, YouTube's funny. Okay, we got that.
YouTube.
I don't know where we need to be. Right, right.
Yeah.
So that's looking good, other than the fact we're adding weight. The only problem is, like I said, there's gonna be this intercooler plumbing, it's gonna be kinda tricky. See, I don't wanna lose the hood latch, because see, they make an intercooler, and it's got a top outlet, where you can have a 45 come up out of here, right out of the intercooler, right into here, and it's got 2 inlets. That
But
would
then
be
you
the,
won't be able to latch your wood.
that would be, well, you put hood pins in, I really don't want hood pins. I like having a factory hood latch, but I mean, like I said, it is what it is. If you gotta lose it, you gotta lose it. I just don't wanna lose it, but if I got to, we'll do what we gotta do. We'll address that when we get there. That's all I know to do. It's getting there. It's getting there, so we'll see what happens. I mean, that's all I know. Is that these heater hoses are gonna have to be moved.
4 pennant.
What is it?
4 pennant. Mac. Pat Mac.
Yeah.
He said 4 pennant.
Yeah, well but the only problem with 4 pin is you gotta lift it off every time you open it.
Yeah.
That's the problem there. If you're by yourself somewhere, you're like trying to wrestle your hood off. And this is still a stock steel hood, so it's not exactly the latest thing made. It's not bad, but it's a stock hood versus we want so much for fiberglass hood for the screen to be made out of gold or platinum or something. I don't know what they think it's made out of. All I know they want a lot of money for aftermarket hood. Needless to say, it's not in the budget. We're probably not going to have a hood that costs more than most of our engine setup. We're kind of cheapskates like that.
Cut all that crap off.
I'm cutting as much off as I can.
That's what Pat said.
Huh?
Pat said that.
Cut it all off?
Cut all the crap off.
Oh,
Of it.
I'm working on it. This is the overflow job. We don't need any more. That's how we can relocate it somehow. Yeah, it's the overflow bottles, all it is. Overflow bottle. Spill water all over the offshore. Oh well, it happened.
It's water anyways.
Yeah, I don't know how enough water. It's got an interface in it. It just now ended up with water. Okay, all my headlight wiring and stuff is here. Okay. I mean, I got a lot of room. I just gotta cut out that one section.
He said cut to make the hood lighter.
Yeah, I know.
One-eyed cat's on there. Hello.
Hey, yeah,
Just made it inside.
What's up, buddy?
What's
Yeah,
up?
That's going. What's up, Dawn? How you doing? Popping in. I said, no, making noise.
Yeah, making noise.
Okay, we got that tight set. I can pull this bar out of here because it's just getting away. Before I end up breaking something with it. We don't want to do that. That was bad. Get that out of the way. I need that. I bought a couple blocks. I'm not using a brick anymore because remember the time I used a brick and knocked the whole oil pan with that jack? And we're not going to do that anymore. The time it fell off the jack and busted the oil pan.
Don't want that.
Huh?
Don't want
I already
that.
did that time. I just
I
put it back
remember that.
together. And I was letting the jack down and I had a brick on top of it so I could take it all the way up and went.
He powered his head from today and got him drying out in the oven.
What is it?
One-eyed cat.
What
Got
is
he powered washed his heads today and got him in
Oh, there you go.
the oven drying.
Yeah, 350. Allow them to marinate slowly.
Hour and a half at 200 degrees.
Heck
Or
yeah.
what else I want to? Yeah.
Well, see, at least with Dawn, Wendy would understand. She wouldn't throw him out if she come in and found a set of heads in the dishwasher. So
No, they're in the oven.
I'm saying if he put a set of heads in the dishwasher, he would be all right. Wendy would understand.
Oh, if he would've washed them in the dishwasher?
Yeah, because dishwashers make good parts washers. It's one of the things you don't want to get caught. It would might get you in trouble. That exhaust is jammed there. I don't know why. It's weird. I know. I know this pipe comes out. The car has to be hung up off the ground. You can rotate it. I like get it out of the way there. Wait to see what I had going on here. This mess I had. I'm not getting under it yet because I don't have jack stands under it. So.
No, I wouldn't get under there
I'm
yet.
not. I knew that. And this thing's prone to fall.
He said he know better than the dishwasher.
Just tell me they're really dirty pots. It's fine. Yeah. I'm gonna put some jack sand under it first. We can get that old down pipe out of the way. Under the frame. We have another big one here somewhere. Here it is. Good old the safety of Harbor Freight jack stands.
He can get away with it in the oven.
Yeah. He can do small powder coating too.
Huh?
I said you can powder coat in the oven too. I mean, the bacon powder coat. I know it. I welded this up and put this in here with the car together. Because when I added that dump valve on there, I put that 3-inch boost actuated valve on there that would open up when the turbo would make boost, and then it would close when it was running regular. So I know it's possible to take that out with it in the car. Okay, it might be hitting that down pipe with this side. I don't know if I can get this or not. I will try real quick for everybody. Over there. See, let me slide under here with some cardboard. Don't worry, there's jack stands under the frame on both sides, and the jack's still under it, so. And where I'm at actually was the fella wouldn't. I'm not underneath the front room. I'm just gonna pull this crossover pipe off of the hot side to see if it gives me any room to drop that pipe out of there. Well, the car did run.
Ain't gonna run now for a while.
Well, no, it ain't.
Not for a
It
while.
ain't gonna take that long, but the car did run. That's I think that was the only thing. That's why I procrastinated. I didn't want to take apart a running car. I hate that taking apart a running car. But if you want to make progress, you gotta take it apart, right? You can't.
Okay.
If you don't work on it, you never make progress with it. It just sucks when they run perfect, absolutely nothing wrong, turn the key and start it up, and now it's torn apart in the garage. So. Whatever. Your big working, so he's a moron.
He's probably wants in.
He'll be alright.
He shouldn't have wanted out.
Yeah, he wants out constantly. Now he's barking to get in. The nerve of that dog. The nerve of that dog, I tell you. This V-bends. It's funny because you can't get this V-bend sealed half the time, and then when you want it off. I think all the plastic stuff is burned down.
Said he needs to give them a light coat for flush rust. Will WD-40 be okay?
Yeah, I'd say. WD-40 has enough oil in it. Yeah, it'll keep them flash rusting. I mean, they're inside, so they'll be slower out. I would just dust them with WD-40.
Yeah, WD-40 should work.
Yeah, that'll keep them from flash rusting overnight or a couple days till they can paint them. And then they went through all that work to clean them. You don't want them to get all dirty already. That's never a fun time. Put all the effort and time into them in the shop. And they will. I mean, clean steel is funny like that. Sometimes the cleaner you get it, the faster it'll rust over when you let it set. Okay, I got one side of this V-band clamp off. I gotta get the other. Man, there's some heat by this motor, guys. The paint's cooked on the side of my block here.
Well, wonder why.
That wouldn't have nothing to do with the burnout contest in Sykesville when the hot side was glowing red.
Never wouldn't.
I mean, it's never been exposed to any kind of heat. It's always letting on, only driven on Sundays. It's never been run hard. I don't know, it's weird.
It'll be alright then.
Well, we got hot for the restriction, I know that's why I got hot. No, we're doing that, looking for screwdrivers now. Oh.
Hello, Schultze. You're always late, we know.
Yeah,
Late, but he
that's
made it.
Yeah.
That's fine, Schultze.
Yeah, you know, it's fun. We're used to it. He might not, notifications are weird because Bill, he said, well, he didn't get notifications till late. He's like, you guys were already on there for an hour before I get notifications. Yes, you do.
Better late than never.
We're not, diverse enough, I guess, if we could share it. More diversity, then we'd probably get shared more, but we're gonna change who we are just to please YouTube. So they can like us the way we are or not like us either, right? Something. Doesn't matter. I gotta get this clamp to pop. I got that V-band. It should just come right off. Why are you fighting with me?
Because it wants to. Sometimes it gives you a hard time.
No, why?
I don't know why.
I don't want to deform the V-band. I don't want to ruin it. I need to get it off the car. Get fiberglass at my house.
You should have safety glasses
Well,
on.
that header wrap's coming off.
Oh, the header wrap's coming off?
It's brittle, yeah, you can be underneath the car.
And it being hot under there.
Got the downpipe off, okay.
And it was hot under there, you said.
Yeah, I got the crossover pipe off, okay.
Oh, you got it off?
Yeah, I got the crossover tube off, so now I'm gonna get the exhaust out of the way. Get that off there, okay.
I tilted it where you was down.
Yeah, that's fine. I need to get that out of there. Now I gotta find, I know I laid the nut to this one. I wanna keep track, cause these are my 2-inch V-bands. I can use them for when I do the mufflers. I V-band all the exhaust together, that way you can take it apart, put it together, and do what you gotta do it. Okay, now maybe I can get this exhaust, cause I got crossover pipes out of it now. Yeah, so see, that gives me a lot more room. Cool. Cool. Stupid header wrap. I should've took it off when I had the, manifold out of there too, before I put the header on. I had a little bit more room there with the headers off. I wasted them. I don't think it's too long. Oh no. No, what will we ever do? Oh, we gotta get it out of there. It's not hitting anything, why is it stuck? Okay, there's that. What's it hitting? There. Everything. Probably. I just saw it all off here in a second. I said, I'll just cut it off the sawzall here in a second. I ain't fighting with it. It's against the dipstick. See, it can drop down. It's not touching under here. It's not hitting the starter. I can see it on the dipstick up there. The rods aren't hanging out. Obviously, it's got oil in it. Oh no, like I said, I know that's the bad thing. I know I put this in there. I welded it up, welded it over there, and pushed it right up through from the bottom. Why ain't it going now?
Don't know.
The heat shield's hitting the dipstick. See, it's not hitting the drum yet, is it? No, not really. I can take it up some more. Let me raise my jack stand as I bring the car up. How much more can I bring the car up?
Not much more.
That's the end of the jack there.
That's the end of it.
Okay, well, I hit the relief on the jack. Okay, let's take the jack stand up. I usually, when I do the transmission, I put the jack stand under the lower A-arms. It gets the front end up high enough. You get the transmission out. Okay, so that's that. You just have to let it down and put a block underneath the jack and get the jack hard. So, do things like that. Okay. The old flimsy G-bodies. Alright, now we need another trim or two for underneath the jack. On a piece of wood, that way I'm not stabbing the oil pan to death. I got blocks here somewhere. Typical unorganized. Everybody's like, really, we're wasting
What's
our
them
Thursday
blocks?
night. We're wasting our Thursday night watching these Nimrod.
Oh.
Hey now. What are you gonna do? We're gonna do this. That's what we're gonna do.
That might not work.
See how safe that looks? I got
That don't look too good.
2 red, but I'm not getting under like that. I'm just using it to get another couple inches out of the jack. That's all. G-bodies are like wet noodles. They just flop back and forth.
As long as it don't fall bust oil pan.
Huh?
As long as it don't bust oil pan.
But bust the oil pan, bust the oil pan. We're changing the oil pan again.
No, that ain't good.
We've done it. It sucks, but we've done it before.
I guess
It
it
is what it is.
is what it
Get these
is.
jack stands up against the frame.
Safety first.
It can't fall.
Joe said safety first.
Safety third.
First.
Huh?
Safety first.
Safety third.
Oh, safety third.
Safety third.
That ain't what he said.
Yeah, but that's safety third. Everybody knows that.
Oh.
You can't let safety stop your progress. You know, and everybody, you know how the old saying go, well, it's better to be safe than sorry, they say. But I've learned it takes so much time being safe that sometimes it's just easier to say sorry. You know, so the whole safe and sorry thing doesn't always equate.
It don't always work.
It may be better to be safe than sorry, but sometimes it's easier just to say sorry than take all the time being safe. So if something happens, I'm sorry. I messed up. Okay, now, why won't this come out? It's there. I know 100% I put this in there. That's just making me mad. I know 100% I put it in there.
It should come out then.
I should just chop it real quick. Do I want to cut it? I mean, I gotta redo it anyway. It's not like it's not getting redone. I could just cut it. There's this, it's fighting. Right. Alright, let me get.
It won't come out?
Huh? It's, the car needs to go up higher, and I'm not gonna take the car up higher right now. Because I just don't feel like it.
It's pretty high now.
Huh?
It's pretty high.
Yeah, but it needs to be higher, because that pipe is long. That pipe comes clear up to the turbo, and down there at the bottom, it splits off into two pieces where it went connected to the old. You'll see when it comes out, you'll see what we're talking about. I gotta find a new desk wheel. I got a box up here somewhere. This is getting for what I'm gonna do.
You're cutting it. You're gonna cut it.
I'm gonna cut a piece of it because that pipe's not getting reused anyway.
Yeah, he does need a lift in the garage.
Yeah, I do.
Schultze.
Find me one, I guess.
Schultze said that.
Oh yeah, I know. Maybe one day we'll have a lift. It would definitely make it easier to work in here, but
Yeah, it would.
my poor grinder's just getting old.
Yeah, you could have said you need a lift in the garage.
Oh, that could be nice in the garage. I'll have one day. One day we'll have one. We got enough tall enough ceiling in here to have a garage. One day we'll have a lift. It just takes time. Nothing happens overnight. Nothing happens overnight. It'll take a little bit of time. We'll have a lift in here one day. Okay. Now we got this good old implemented destruction, the angle grinder. Alright, we'll take that there. I gotta find a pair of safety.
Yeah, you better put some safety glasses on.
I am gonna find safety glasses. The internet safety guys will get me if I don't find safety glasses. I know I put 4 pair in the house on the refrigerator. Should have a couple pair out here though, but I put 4 brand new pair. It's not like it's the first time we've ever had. Weird. Very weird. They're here somewhere. Awesome.
Seems like forever since the first night in Hagerstown. Pat.
Yeah, it does.
It
Like
does.
over a year.
It's been over a year. Little guy. Yep, he's putting the twins on there. Mopar. He's putting twins on it.
Now we're back with some safety glasses, okay? Safety glasses, engaged. Check and check.
Mopar stone minivans. I smell eBay turbos cooking.
Yeah.
Hello, Sam.
Yeah, they
Cooking.
worked a little bit. What's up, Damien? That's Dave. Okay, now we're gonna cut this down pipe because we don't need it right now.
Well, he's gonna be a little bit noisy. Find the noise, guys. That's the fly.
Oh, it's so hard into the heat. talk to it.
Almost it, babe. Oh, look like it hurt.
I didn't put it up straight. The end is closed. Let's see, I think about where I'm missing this spot somewhere. This is spot somewhere, and I can't see. Okay, let's cut all the way through. Okay, back here, backside. I cut it blind and backside. I don't know.
I think he got it.
Had it behind here.
I think he may have got it.
Huh?
I think he might have got it.
I can hear it behind the wheel as it was dropping. I got it 3/4 for oil. I'm just gonna get it this way.
Oh, that went your
I
flashlight.
don't have a room under here. It's cut almost all the way, and I'm hitting so much. Can't
Flashlight.
see because it's dark under here.
There's flashlight.
Well, I can't really flashlight It's flashing in the face. I got a layer to keep you safe as it cuts. Okay, get it that way. It ain't coming up now. Now it's stuck up top. There we go.
I just see it move.
Alright, now, yeah, I got it. Here it goes. I'm gonna be out in a second. Then I can show what I had going on there. Alright. On my downpipe. This is my downpipe. Coming down from the motor.
It's probably hot.
This is running back to my exhaust, and this was the boost actuator cutoff valve. Now, when the motor was running and making vacuum, it closed this, and then the exhaust come down the downpipe out of the turbo and through the muffler. That's why the car was pretty quiet on the street. As soon as it crossed from vacuum, this would swing open, and it would just go from, a muffler to a 3-inch dump right off the turbo. That's how it worked. And I'll set up the new turbo. It'll be set up the same way like that. But I'll have 2 of these. And it'll be a lot neater because this was just done in a hurry and thrown together. But it's worked. It done its job. Okay, that downpipe's cut out now. Okay. Yeah, see this come off of there. That's basically the exhaust that was in the car. They come off like that. Come out like that. Just come out behind the front tire. And then on here, I had one of them band clamp going back just to a glass pack for street use. Okay, so that's off and out of the way. That'll give me a lot more room in here too to see what's going on. Oh man. Wow, I got room for days in here, but I gotta get an exhaust in here. I gotta get my dump in here and an exhaust in here. So
Wow, that's a lot.
well, I don't know why I said that's not a problem with turbos is you end up with so much going on in one spot. I want to get tight like bend. I just get this. I want to see something. If I bend this, work. Because I don't want to do the fender. I mean, I could, but I can put fender dumps on if I have to, but I don't want to. Get it right out the fender. Cut a hole and put a thing on it. Just have 2 fender dumps. Who knows? That'll be fine. That'll be when we finish up that. We're not gonna worry about the details of setting that up right now. Only because it's obviously we got a long way to go before we gotta worry about that. We got a couple more weeks of practicing and all that. Anyway, so we're getting there. So what time? It's like what 10 time now.
Yeah.
So we'll wrap up around 9 o'clock. We'll do that. Everybody, they want to hang in there for a little bit. We're going to keep this going until about 9. And then we'll about an hour and a half or so. I'm going to let the car back down now. I got all that cut. Get this stuff done here. Keep that jack stuck, okay. Yeah, we don't get under them when they're supported with jacks. I'll move my grinder in case it falls. Support the smash with the grinder. Okay, there's that. Huh?
What went that down?
What?
For it to smash something.
Yeah, well, I didn't want it to drop
What's
and
that?
smash the grinder, so. I don't wanna lose
Oh,
it.
you got it on jack stand yet.
Yeah, I'm still on jack
Oh,
stand.
okay.
Yeah, but
That's
I've
good.
had it kick off in the jack. and
Yeah,
fall to
I
the
know
ground
it
with the
did.
Jack sandwich, so
I got you.
I didn't want it to fall and bust my grinder, that's all. No, it's flexible. You hear it pops and
I
creaks,
hear it.
creak. It's because the G body, I don't think was ever intended to be hit with the kind of torque and stuff that we forced it. But there's lots of guys running a lot more power than we are, so it'll live. It's just not happy sometimes. Jack sander out,
That
guys.
screwdriver. I don't know, that
It's
screwdriver.
not gonna be under that pry bar. It's not gonna be
Whatever
under.
it
Yeah,
is.
brick just broke.
I heard a brick.
Yeah,
Pop.
brick cracking out.
Wow.
Ratchet tried to hit me in the head. Just hit.
Huh?
That ratchet tried to fly off and hit me in the head.
We can knock you out, wasn't
It
it?
was trying. Cut was trying to take me out. Okay.
was trying to
well,
take
that's
you
that. Alrighty. Yeah. Wow, that gave me a lot of that. It's a shame that I gotta clutter that up with pipes now. I mean, if that side fits like this side, I should have enough room for the steering shaft. You gotta relocate everything. I'm doing basically starting from scratch. I'm where I was 2 years ago when I built this turbo kit.
Wow.
And, you
I
know,
guess
it's
start
just-
over.
Huh?
Starting all over.
Yeah, well, I started over, but I'm where I'm at when April 21 when I put the turbo on for the first time. But, you know, I've had fun with it. I drove it 2 summers boosted, so it's good.
Are you staying on it till it runs, or do you still need tubes and stuff?
What is it?
Pat wants to know if you're staying on it till it runs, or do
Oh,
you
no,
need
no,
tubes
I'm
and
not,
stuff?
no, I'm not staying on it tonight till it runs, Pat. I'm just tinkering. I was trying to lay it out here tonight and try to figure why I was here. I was gonna see about how everything was gonna fit. Now, I'm far from being able to finish it tonight. I don't have everything here to finish it tonight. We're still waiting on stuff. There's been stuff that's been, you know, back ordered and waiting for a long time. So no, we don't even have everything we need. I still gotta get oil line kits. I still gotta get my wastegate. And I wanna get a couple new rolls of header wrap because I wanna wrap these headers while they're there before I put the new ones on. So no, we're not even gonna be remotely close. We're not doing anything tonight other than we're just mocking up right now and trying to see about where everything's gonna fit. Just getting an idea of what we need. That way we can see if the oil lines are gonna be long enough to reach where the turbo's at. See what the drain lines are looking at. Just seeing how everything lays out. how
He says
everything
he's
looks.
got you.
Yep. Yeah, this is just mock-up phase. This is to
The
see how
Big
much-
Block 402 channel. Hey Sam, hope you are well, buddy.
Oh, well, here you see, we're mocking up our things.
Sleeper car's getting some work.
Yep. They said we're processing mocking up the twin turbo setup for it now. Cause you know the good old fashioned American way, if one's good, two's gotta be better.
Oh.
I mean, a big single would have definitely been easier, but whatever. Big single, one big single, a good big single would have cost probably more than I have in the whole setup. So, I mean, we're trying to do as cheap as possible.
You want to hide this or show it?
Well,
The Big Block 402, that car kicks my ass.
you could show it's fine.
Well, I don't know what you want to show.
It's not me, it's YouTube's algorithm.
Yeah, I know it's YouTube.
Like I said, as long as we're not calling each other inward or anything other than that. I mean, the only thing we don't allow is racism. Other than that, we don't.
Oh.
I mean, we're past the point. You're only, I mean, that's fine. It's just not, when you're swearing, you just gotta watch what you say.
Mm.
We're good. He can say that. It's just getting us upgrades, buddy. That's all. I've been talking about doing this to it really since I pretty much got the first one dialed in and realized that it was way too small for the job. But basically, these turbos right here with the small hot side, they're so cheap you can't go wrong. I mean, they're like $260 for these turbos.
He was just stopping by on his way to Pontiac Power Hour.
Yeah, that's right, Buff's on tonight. Hey, thanks for stopping in, buddy. We got Buff and them's on, we'll be wrapping up here shortly anyway, so we're about done, but thanks for popping in, man, I appreciate it. Everybody, thanks for checking us out, taking the time to watch us be idiots.
We ain't really.
No, we're not idiots, we're just having fun, though. I mean, it is what it is, it's fun.
It'll be all
We're
right.
enjoying the hot rod lifestyle, and like I said, the hot rod lifestyle, sometime, I mean, like I said, anybody can spend a lot of money on it, but I always got something out of being able to just figure it out on your own and do it cheap. That way the guys that don't have a lot of money can go out and have as much fun. And there's probably a lot of days where I'm having more fun than the guy that has the $200,000, $100,000 pro mod. Because at the end of the day, if I go out and have a bad day and I blow an engine, I'm out a couple $100. If I destroy a turbo, I'm out a couple $100. And so anything in here, if I break or tear up, I'm not out no money. So therefore, I can go out there and be on this and not stress it. I don't gotta be, oh man, if I break it, it's an $80,000, Corvette or whatever. I can just be like, it's a junkyard motor and a cheap eBay turbo. If I break it, a couple more, no big deal. We live in the Northeast, we live in the Salt Belt, so therefore, the junkyards are full of Chevy pickup trucks that are rotted to nothing with running motors. So I don't gotta worry about hurting anything. I have no stress in life over that. The beauty about this stuff is you don't have to worry about it. Hurt my ugly driver's side outside. It's ugly, but it works.
Cardine said no blood shed, and everyone still has their fingers and toes.
Yep.
Nice work, Sam.
Yep, thank you. Very good, exactly.
That was Cardine.
Now the part we were definitely scared about, because I don't know if this is gonna fit on this side, but we'll see if it does. If it does, it does. If it doesn't, it fits.
Hey, it fits.
I
Yeah,
think
but
it
with the
does.
other.
Yes, it does. It fits. It clears the steering. It clears the power. It clears everything. We're not
that's
gonna run
pretty good.
power steering because we're gonna go to a manual box, but it clears everything.
Oh, that's good.
Wow, I cannot believe that cleared. I am so happy. That, guys, you just don't know what that means. I was so worried that it was gonna hit something over here and I was gonna have a big nightmare on my head. It cleared. It cleared everything. I'm gonna put 2 bolts in, start it, snug it up tight against the head here. But it cleared. I can't believe it cleared the steering shaft.
Oh, it did. That's
'Cause
good.
looking at it from the top,
you
I
didn't
thought
think it was going to.
100% it was gonna hit that steering shaft.
Wow.
And it cleared it. They said that power steering hose in the way.
The
And
power.
that fuel pressure regulator is going to be moved because you wouldn't want it that close to your headers. But
Other than that,
other than that, man, I can't believe how good that fits. Wow. So there's my tip, guys.
that's awesome. I figured it wouldn't.
The
Schultze.
I was.
He didn't think it's gonna work either, Schultz.
I figured, I knew it would work, but I thought I was
mean,
gonna have to modify. I didn't think I was gonna be able to just slap them in there and have it fit. So that tells everybody out there, guys, if you're looking at a cheap eBay, these cheap eBay turbo
We're
headers.
gonna run next week, same time.
Yep.
Yeah, Carlene, he's gonna run next week, same time.
Yep, we're gonna try to do this like that. It makes it easier for other people that got stuff. And if you wanna stop in, you can. You're welcome to. We're always here. If you can't, we understand. Like, people's got lives. So, well, I wanna thank everybody for coming in. Man, I'm so happy. Look, the cheap eBay turbo headers fit a G-body stock completely. They clear everything. Wow, I can't believe. I'm so amazed. I just know. I mean, I'm overjoyed right now. Wow, I cannot believe it. I'm so happy. This is gonna work so well. I'm worried about all this stuff. Yeah, I got problems with that flashlight.
I got it right here.
I got problems with getting this core support to clear with the header and turbo so far forward, but man, they fit, dude. Wow, they fit perfect. They fit like their G-body, and I mean, because they had a set of G-body headers on there too, and the G-body headers was like $900. And these were $200 headers, you know what I mean? So I figured there's no way a set of $200 headers because they're just a universal. I figured they were made for like a truck or an older car that had a lot of room under the hood. Oh, wow! I can't be guys. Wow, I don't know what to say. This is crazy. I've been worried about this for. I've been worried for months.
Mohawk says, cool, see you next week then.
Thanks, Mohawk.
Stay
Yep.
safe.
Yep, thank you, buddy. We will. But I've been worried sick for a month that these weren't going to fit. Over a month. I've been worried sick since Christmas that this header set wasn't going to fit the car. I was still worried. I'm like, man,
Yeah,
they're
since
universal.
Christmas.
They're not going to fit. I'm going to have problems. And they fit, guys. They absolutely fit. We're going to get ready to close out. Before we do, I just want to slap this new band on here real quick. And as we close out, I want to bring the camera over here and show you guys how it fits, because I just can't believe it. I mean, because usually this stuff, anybody knows, I got a lot of people on here that's worked on this stuff. I got people learning, but I got people that's done this for a long time. You know, it's a good mix of people. And the guy, all my friends on there who's done this stuff for a long time, usually it's never this easy. Something always bites you. You think you got it, you know, and you're all happy, and then bam, something kicks you in the teeth when you're not looking, you know what I mean? So, it works. It's amazing. That's all I can say. I can't believe it works. It's incredible. I'm so happy. I thought I was hosed. Like I said, I've been sick. This is that kind of worry that keeps you up at night. You're laying in bed, you're going, man, I wonder if them headers are going to fit. You know, and they fit. So, all right, guys, hold on 1 second. As soon as I take this Duvan clamp, we'll get out of here. I just want to make sure that the turbo's going to fit over here.
There is oh such thing as an easy swap.
Well,
Dakota. Time out. No. He said no.
This has been easy though. I mean, this is like take candy from a baby. Like I said, I got a couple things like the
There's
wastegate.
no such thing as easy.
The wastegate even gonna clear. I mean, it's radiator
Take
hose.
that out,
away.
baby.
That's the only little things I see. Wow, I can't believe how good they fit. I don't know, guys. It's crazy. Let me grab this real quick. Pull this camera out of the way. I mean, look. I've been worried sick that this wasn't going to, because with that steering shaft down there, I tried to get the light on. I was worried that header was going to hit that steering shaft. But everything clears. I mean, look, it even clears the power steering clip. I mean, it'd be hard putting fluid in. You'd almost have to take your turbo off if you was going to keep it. But we're ditching the power steering anyway for a manual box. So everything looks good. Anybody out there? So I mean, that means if it fits a G-body, you know, if it fits a G-body, if it fits all that stuff, you know, they'll fit. So, yeah, the cheap eBay turbo headers definitely fit a G-body with an LS in it. Amazing, guys. I want to thank everybody, for taking the time out of their night to come hang out with us in the shop. We appreciate it. I know everybody's time is valuable, and I really thank everybody for taking the time to watch. Take time for giving us a thumbs up and check us out. Big things are coming, guys. I want to say hi to Mom. Tell her she did a good job on the camera tonight. Keeping everything floating. We're out here. You know, this is me here. And you the camera here. I'm hold it for a second. Sure. All right, this is me. This is Sam White Trash Motorsports. We're going to get out of here and reminding you guys, you can sleep in your car, but you can't race your house. Good night, everybody. We'll see you.